And then start over again. Also, I think we need to
Now we're
name
live.
our group because I'm reading this book. It's really good.
Hey!
You should read it.
Are you
Yeah, it was like called you, but no one answered their damn phone yesterday.
Hey, you know what? Not all of us can be so
And
cool.
we're live.
But they
It's
call
okay.
themselves
Go ahead.
bands, and like they're the ones who go around and kill stuff, like we're doing, and they all have names. So we need like a wicked cool name.
Are you
So like when we show up places, people be like, "That's them bitches," but it's like our name, not just them bitches. Unless we want to be called them bitches.
I think that's a great name.
Okay. Are we live?
Yep. We've been live for
Yeah.
a little
Fantastic.
Did
All
it
right,
start
so
before
hello,
I gave
everyone.
my description of what happened last time?
No, we
Hello,
started when I
everyone.
said we were going to go live.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Everybody talk over Eric, quick.
Alright, go ahead.
So,
So when
Hello.
when he
sorry we're a little late this week. I am traveling for work, so I had some issues getting on stream quickly tonight. So hopefully we'll have a good, quick little stream here for you guys. Continuing our Lost Mines of Phandelver campaign.
Where are you traveling at?
If Matt could give us a quick recap of last week, we can kind of get started.
So last week we spent a lot of time in the town of Phandalin. We did real dumb things and split the party, not once but twice, into 3 separate groups.
Three times a lady.
Super great idea.
To be fair,
You know,
our characters don't know it was a dumb idea, okay?
I mean, I don't know
Did
that
you get a haircut, Matt?
Whatever. Yeah, looking real good. Got the fuzz cut going for summer, so I figured that would help out with my streaming. You know, I need to be more aerodynamic when I do dice rolls.
I hit on you.
Anyways, Caitlin and Carrick went to the temple, talked to Sister Gareli. Carrick was trying to do some stuff and then got interrupted. Tanis and Cyrus went to the mining expedition originally, and then Lion Shield Coster talked to what the hell's her name? Haley? Hay something? Halia, thank you.
Halia Thornton.
Don't really know what was going on there because I'm not supposed to be paying attention because my character wasn't there. Varian and Sigurd, aka the best two, went to the house that Threll and his family are from, found arguably it's going to be the most powerful magic item in the game, Sigurd's new coloring book, and a random dagger of the Red Brands. Then we all met back up over at the temple. Let's see. Tanis ran into Sildar a little bit, but we don't really know a whole lot about that yet. Then we got in a fight with some Red Brands behind the temple. People got smacked around a little bit. After that, we did a little bit of conversation about what we had all found out at our respective places, and then we were going to regroup back at the inn and take a short rest. There's a lot more to that, but since we're running short on time, go watch last week's episode, and here we go.
Gotta find my damn
Matt,
notes.
I'd also like to add that we are currently on our way to the manor on the hill, are we not?
No, we're in the
That's
inn.
what
taking
we're
a short
about to
rest.
find out.
Well, I mean, maybe.
That just sounds like a scary book.
Kara, can you move your cam to your left a little bit? Just a little bit. You're like on the side. Right? Or you can lean. That's cool too.
Wrong way. Wrong way.
You know.
Other way. Other way.
It's the word.
And if I keep going, eventually it'll come all the way back
That's
around.
True. That's true. We'll get there eventually.
Let's focus up. We don't have that much time. All right, guys. So, the 5 of you are in. You ran to the inn. Kind of took some time to calm down, treat your wounds. About a half hour worth of rest. Between a half hour and an hour. It's at this point that Carrick busts through the front door of the inn.
What up?
Carrick!
What are you
Three
doing?
bodies in the road.
What are you doing here? Did you finish translating that text?
No, I was close, but I got distracted when I heard commotion in the street and came running out to see if I could help, and all I saw were you guys running away towards the end.
Oh, well, we'll have to go finish that.
Sigurd definitely in last.
Hey,
We're definitely gonna have to finish that sooner rather than later before we leave town. Definitely.
Agreed. Like I can go back now.
Well, if we are gonna go try to find the Red Brand's hideout a little bit, or whatever we end up finding at the Sleeping Giant, then we could probably use your help.
Eric, are there other people in the inn right now, or is it just us?
There are a couple other patrons there. There's an elderly man sitting near the hearth reading a book. There's also the innkeeper that you are familiar with. There's also his wife, who is kind of looking to you, kind of questioningly, but at the same time trying not to prod, because she's noticed that your party is, somewhat hurt right now and battle. You have blood on your outfit, and it's clear that you've just come from a fight.
I'd like to walk over and talk to her, or like pull her to the end of the bar if there's nobody over there.
Hey, Eric, did I get any experience points last?
Did you what?
Get any experience points last week?
No, you did not.
Nice, that makes it easy.
Yep.
I can do that math.
And so you pull her to the end of the bar, and she says, any news?
Well, we found a dagger that we believe belongs to the Red Brands.
Oh, no.
That's about as far as we've gotten so far, and then we got attacked out in the alleyway behind the temple.
Well, what do you think you're going to do about it? It's clear that you've just come from a fight. Will you do anything?
What would you roll to see if you can detect someone's motivation other than what they're expressing?
Insight. You can roll an insight check.
Can I roll insight to see if there's any reason she wants us to go after these people other than to save them?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, yeah.
Like, go after the Red Brands, I mean? Other than to save... we got 11.
She's a pretty common, down-to-earth kind of person. You're pretty sure she's deeply interested in, her friend and her coming home safely.
I think our next move will probably be to regroup and figure out what we're gonna do, and that's all I can say for now.
Well, I do know that they don't come to our inn, Sir Dwarf. There is a bar just not 500 paces down the road that they like to frequent.
What's the bar's name?
The Sleeping Giant?
I'd heard that before.
The Red Brands have been causing all sorts of trouble for us, and the fact that you found a dagger is most concerning to me.
While we're talking, I'm reaching behind the counter and eating some shrimp cocktail that she had hidden back there.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, it's coming.
That's unfortunate. 2.
She notices, but doesn't seem to mind.
Cool. That's all I have for now. If I get more information or we decide to do something, I'll come back later.
As you go for the last like shrimp that she's hiding back there, you just feel a ladle just right down on your hand. It doesn't do any permanent damage, but it stings a bit.
Dude, you were supposed to hit him.
I take the last shrimp anyways.
I would like to see a ladle do permanent damage, by the way.
If it does, I recruit her for our team.
What are the rest of you doing?
Oh shit.
Waiting.
Yep. If everybody's eating, I'd like to approach the old man by the hearth. Unless someone else is going to do something.
I'm probably just asking people what happened and why I ran past dead bodies in the alleyway. On my way to meet up with the group, because I was inside.
I'm just gonna kind of keep looking around, shifty-eyed, checking people out, making sure they're not paying too much attention to us, watching the door, doing all that. Seeing if I notice anything that puts us in danger.
Okay.
I'll answer Carrick's question.
Yeah.
Since apparently Cyrus won't speak for herself, she has apparently made some enemies in this town, and they want her dead. Now she's put all of us in danger.
I'm just gonna kind of pretend I didn't hear that and twiddle my thumbs a little bit and keep looking around.
Halflings.
So why don't we deal with this issue and go to the sleeping giant?
I think we should.
Sigurd, as you approach the older man reading, you notice what you couldn't see from farther away.
This book.
He's reading that book. No, he's got starting at the top of his hand, reaching down his wrists onto his forearms. He has two tattoos. On his left, the tattoo is red with fire emanating from his hand and reaching up his forearm. On the other is ice in blue going from his hand up his forearm.
Well met, stranger. Mind
Son
if
of
I
a
at table with you?
Bitch, that was my eraser. It's cool.
So you approach him and say, "Well met," and he says, "Hello, Sir Dwarf. Nice to meet your acquaintance. However, I think you and your party have other matters to attend, but we will meet again." And he goes back to reading.
I'm looking for information.
He lets out a deep sigh, grabs a piece of paper, shoves it in between the tome, closes it, sets it on his lap, and says, "What information do you seek?"
Do the initials D-E mean anything to you?
They could. Why do you ask?
I was told to seek someone out in this town who was looking for adventurers to help him out.
And who might you have heard that from?
I have many sources in Neverwinter.
Very well, Sir Dwarf. I believe you know who I am, but I do not know who you are.
My name is Sigurd. I was part of the mercenaries in Neverwinter, and I believe that our party has gotten in a little over our heads and I was hoping you could give us some information to help us even the odds a bit.
He extends his right arm to you.
I clasp it.
Yeah, as you take it, you feel a cold chill from where he grabs you spread up your arm. And he says, "It's good to meet you. What do you seek to know?" And try as you might, you cannot let go of his grasp, and the cold spreads up your arm.
I'm wondering if
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Constitution saving throw, huh? This dude seems all right. 18.
All right, so the chilling sensation reaches your shoulder but goes no farther.
I'm wondering if you have information on the local gang's hideout, and if there's any way to gain the upper hand on them instead of walking into a war zone. I'm ex-military and I don't deal well with ambush.
I can understand that. I also know a fair amount about the military life. They do frequent the Sleeping Giant, but there is rumor that they have a hideout farther away from there. No one really knows where they like to keep their base of operations, whether that be in the woods or underground or some other location. But I'm sure if you were to check out the manor, you might find a clue that leads you in the right direction. And as he says that, he reaches out his left hand and touches your shoulder, and the chilling sensation fades, and you feel normal again, and he lets go of your arm.
I appreciate the information, sir.
As I said, once you've dealt with the problem, come find me on my farm on the northwest side of town.
Will do.
He opens back up his book and continues to read.
I head back over to the party and kind of pull them closer down the table. Hey, guys, I motion over towards the dude at the hearth. I was told to look for that guy to seek information about the gang. I dare not use their name in here. That we're trying to fight. He said that there's been rumor that their hideout is up in Manor. Maybe they frequent over at the tap house, but their stronghold is further to the east.
Okay, I'm gonna lean in and say, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's address the elephant in the room here. It seems that you guys are not too happy with me. I know that I've had my secrets. Are we going to be able to keep traveling together as a party?
Well, I can't speak for the rest of the group, but as long as you continue to be forthright with us and don't cause any more undue danger, I don't see why not. You've been helpful up till now.
I think we need to get rid of this threat before we decide anything else. Now they know that we are part of your party, your acquaintances, and they're going to target us also. So we need to stick together to get rid of them before we do anything else.
Do you really think that they're only after you because you're acquainted to me? I mean, it's clear to me that they're probably after all of us because of our association with Gundren and Sildar.
Whatever the reason they're after us, and we need to do something about it. So where should we go next?
As you all are talking, you hear the sound of a chair being pulled up to your table. And you look over as two heavy arms, one with a tattoo of fire and one with a tattoo of lightning, are placed on the table. And you hear a voice that says, I've met one of you just recently. My name is Darren. I understand that you would like to do something about the red brands.
I met Darren.
Guys, this is the man that I met over by the hearth. His name is Darren Ettermath, and I was told to seek him out when we got to Fandolin to help with this gang problem we have going on here.
That's one way to put it. They are causing a lot of trouble for the locals here. I know more than I let on, but I like to get a feel for the people that I might entrust with information.
Why would you help us?
My interest is in the town, Lady Tanis.
Roll an insight check to see if he's lying. Nat 20.
He is not. He is not lying. His interest is most certainly the town. He may have motives past that, however.
Do I recognize him, or does he recognize me?
Roll an insight check.
9.
Okay. You're not sure if he recognizes you. However, you do know that, you know from living here that Darren is some sort of ex-military, ex-adventurer, something. And he has been a problem for the Red Brands, in that he would take opportunistic strikes at them when they would try to rob people.
Okay.
I was not aware we'd met.
We have not, but a noble in our small town is hard to miss.
Well, with all of your knowledge that you're so freely giving, what do you recommend our next steps should be?
Well, I might have told Sigurd here that there was a clue near the manor, but I think it would be more pointed to say that the Red Brands operate out of the manor. The way in, I do not know, but in the ruins, I'm sure there's a passage or a way in. However, to get there, you'd have to pass the giant, and the sleeping giant is known to house the Red Brands when they're not out patrolling the city. But I think you've scared them. They started to be more guarded. They might not be in force at the giant. You might be able to slip past, or you could engage in confrontation. That's really up to you, I suppose.
You're free with your
However,
information. Are you free to help us?
that may cost you. I have a few men who might be up for a little spar with the Red Brands.
Considering it's your town we're defending, I'm surprised that it's going to cost us.
You should be paying us to help you get rid of these red brands. We're not from around here, and we can leave if we want.
Oh, that is most certainly true. However, I don't seek money. I seek information. Information is something that I like to trade in.
What are you after?
It depends.
Diapers?
Unfortunately, it's a bit difficult to find information when you don't know for what you're searching.
I suppose that is true. So here's what I am thinking. I think at this point, we all know the little one has some business with the Red Brands, and that if you guys are truly a party, a group, whatever you'd like to say, then her interests might be your interests. So yes, Elf, you could leave. However, I don't know if you're just going to pack up and go.
Well, no. I'm not going to pack up and go. I still have business in this town, but I'm not sure why that means I need to get rid of the Red Brands for you before I go.
Oh, you're not getting rid of them for me. You're getting rid of them for you. I think you will find that after, what's a nice way to say, killing 3 of their members in the street, they might have it out for you. And if you still have unfinished business here, then they will make it extremely difficult.
You're circling around the point of what is your cost?
I want to know what's in the lair of the Red Brands. I want to know what they have. I want to know their defenses. That's all. I just need to know the layout, what they've got. So if they do decide to come back, I can deal with it. Well, me and my boys. By the way, the bodies have been disposed of. Maybe you shouldn't be so careless next time around.
Maybe we meant to leave them as a threat.
Trust me, where I've placed them, it's more obvious.
Would you mind excusing us while we discuss all the information you've given?
Very well. Also, Sir Dwarf,
Yes.
after you've discussed, my offer still stands. I have information about something you are looking for, and if you'd like to discuss it after the Red Brands are gone, I can do that.
Darian, before you step away, if we do choose to do this for you, where will we find you afterwards?
At my home, northwest side of town.
So, thoughts, Scooby Gang?
My quiver starts quivering again.
Oh, God.
Always quivering.
Also, as you guys go to discussing, he just goes back over to the hearth, opens back up his tome, and begins to read.
Obviously, a damn good book.
I believe he has information related to Gundren's whereabouts. We won't get it unless we do what he's asked. Cyrus seems to want us to do it anyways. Everyone else got attacked, and that wasn't great. I don't know if anyone has a vote against going to at least check out the inn, but that's my thought.
All I know
I believe
is,
we should.
all I
Don't
know is
believe we owe him anything to do it.
I know is the Red Brands are bad guys and they need to be eliminated.
I don't have a problem with it. His price is information about the place that we're going anyway, so it's not like we can hold it back from him considering he's going to be there. So I have no problem with him risking his life along right with us, considering it's his town.
I have research I'd rather finish.
Um,
I have a
Kaylin,
feeling
can
that
I-
they won't leave us alone by the time you finish your research.
Kaylin, I have you roll a perception check for me.
Sure.
I think he's supposed to be-
19.
What?
specifically remember that.
19.
So you're looking out, and you're pretty suspicious of Darren. So when he does get up to go to the bar to refill his tankard, you are watching him closely, and he does appear to slip something into your bag?
To my bag?
Yes,
I'm just saying. I think Eric said they started with
as
a K.
you walk by.
Okay.
That's why I did.
I'm gonna wait till like a lull in the conversation and kind of secretly look at my bag without anybody else noticing.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
19.
You look in your bag, there's nothing there that wasn't there before.
Is something taken?
No.
Roll insight to see if the DM's lying.
Go for it.
Crit.
20. Not great.
The DM is telling the truth.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Darren. Is he looking at me?
As you turn to look, he does give you a sideways glance and a small, barely perceptible smirk. And
Okay.
then just goes back.
Me being
1 second.
oh,
You being what? Go on.
being who I am and not fantastic at this whole secretive thing. I'm just gonna walk over there and sit down next to him and say, "What did you do with my bag?"
He smiles and he says, I did nothing with your bag other than to give you back what was yours.
Which is
Your journal. I found it quite interesting.
what business did you have in my journal?
You and I are both seekers of knowledge, are we not?
I don't know about you. I just met you.
Very well. Sometimes I can tell a scholarly type, and I may have placed my hand in your bag while we were conversing at first.
Things are getting a bit steamy up in here. I'm back.
I'm always looking for a good read.
Okay. Well, it seems to me that you owe me something in return
Is this
for
a-
all of my information
is this
that
a
you
nerd's
took for.
flirt?
I say not flirtingly at all.
Shut down.
Hold on.
While we're on break here, can I just give a shout out to Pittner, who's tuned in every week to watch us struggle through the story. So cheers to you.
I'm not struggling. There's no struggling going on.
We know exactly what we're doing.
I mean, of course, of
Struggling.
course.
Why? Why?
It's the Pittner dance.
He says to you, owe you something. I believe I already gave you something. Have you not opened the journal?
No. Did you make a new entry in there?
Perhaps.
Get those digits.
Perhaps. It's really a yes or no question.
Open the journal.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my bag, grab my journal, and then walk back over to him and sit down and read it in front of him.
I'm supremely
Read it
confused.
to him out loud.
What you see after the last entry, which is the frog, is a detailed description of a spell.
Cool. What is it?
It is blur.
I can't cast second level stuff yet, though, huh? Because
No, you cannot. And he says to you, it seems that your voice is the most distrusting, and I see that you seek knowledge, so help me, and I will continue you on the path to knowledge.
Okay, I'm gonna shake his hand.
All right, you reach out and shake his hand, and as you do, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Fine.
You couldn't have just patted him on the shoulder or something?
9.
All right, so you feel the cold start in your fingertips and move up your arm to your shoulder. It starts to hit towards your neck, and he says, "Oh, sorry about that." And he touches you. He releases your hand and touches you with his left hand, and you feel the cold vanish from you.
Maybe when we return, you can tell me more about that.
That is my curse to bear, but perhaps.
He's
Still.
pretty touchy-feely.
If he was Catholic, he would have said cross.
All right, I'm gonna walk back over to the group.
All right, so we all in agreement with following this dude's plan?
Are we going to the tavern, or are we skipping it and heading straight to the manor?
Sneaking past it and heading to the manor, I believe, was what was suggested.
Well, you also know that if you agree to Darren's plan, he will make a distraction at the tavern to let you sneak past.
Yeah, Eric, since I know how to get to the manor and I know my way around town generally, do I know a more secretive way to get to the manor that maybe doesn't even need to use him as a distraction? Or
There is pretty much one way to get to the manor.
okay.
The manor is up on a multi-terraced hill with a winding path that streaks back, and it is guarded by rock outcroppings and a perimeter stone wall. And there's really one way to get there.
Uphill, both ways, through the snow.
Exactly, all that stuff.
I mean, I don't think we should go wandering blind into their stronghold. There's possible. Oh. Jam's back. I don't think we should go wandering blind into their stronghold. There's a possibility there'd be more information to glean from the inn. I say we use them as a distraction for the inn anyways, and then attack the guys when they're not paying attention, see if we can find something in there first, instead of possibly wandering into who knows how many people up there.
We can also capture one of the guys and see if we can get some information from them.
Darian's one of the few alliances we have in this town. Do we really want to go against his plan and maybe create some distrust when we have somebody who's trying to somewhat look out for us?
I'm not saying that we go against his plan. I'm saying that we let him in on ours. Give the guys at that tavern disadvantage and see if we can find a map or anything that can help us.
I think if he's willing to go along with that, I would be okay with that. But I would like to not try to cause any more problems for us as a party.
I'm fine with it. Bring him back over.
From you.
Okay, I stick my little halfling fingers in my mouth and try to whistle to signal Darian.
And he turns and walks over. He says, "So, what have you discussed?"
Darren, I don't think it wise to wander into a stronghold unarmed with information. There's a possibility that there would be something to glean at the tavern. We're wondering if you'd be willing to cause the distraction so that we may try to capture one of the men at the tavern and get information about the stronghold instead of sneaking past it and possibly walking into our deaths anyways.
I could do that. However, I don't think you would find much that I don't know. I've maybe captured and politely asked one of these individuals for information.
If you have all this information, you clearly have men. What do you need us for? Other than cannon fodder.
What is that noise?
Someone's showering in the bedroom next to you.
Someone's washing their hands somewhere.
Oh. He says, I don't know if you could tell by the white hair and beard, but I'm a bit past my attacking a stronghold days. However, a bar filled with half ruffians, that's more my pace.
Well,
Into the manor it is.
Would you like me to cause a distraction?
Well, we'll need the distraction either way. The question is everybody comfortable going on your word alone?
and we have no idea what we're going to find on the inside.
Of either.
Let's do it.
Well, why don't you tell us what we'll find on the inside, and then we can go to the manor. The less people we have to fight, the better, probably.
An intelligent one. So what I know you will find is a crypt. Past that, I know little. I know there is a crypt underneath that houses the old Tressendars. None of their operation is above ground.
Is gold what motivates you?
No? Why?
Just curious.
I could see how a noble might think another would be motivated by gold.
Can you guarantee your distraction isn't going to alert the manor that we're coming?
Guarantee is a strong word. I would say it will most likely not alert the manor.
I feel we've been sitting around here too long. Let's go. Let's do it. The longer we sit here, the more chance the Red Brands has to get information on us.
Varian, how much is quivering?
I just use my back elbow and just ram it into my back quiver, and it's just bouncing off of my back. And I just nod my head over.
Sounds like he's ready to go.
Every time Varian talks, I'm uncomfortable.
Pretty much.
And that goes for in real life, too.
So Darren said, all right, give me a 2-minute head start. He walks over to the back entrance to the inn, taps twice on the door, and it swings open. And 2 gruff-looking individuals, both have black beards. They look pretty similar. They could be brothers. And one of them, they both red cloak, and they hand one to Darren, and he throws it on and says, 2 minutes, and moves in the direction out the door.
Did we catch what race those were? Are they human as well?
2 humans, yes, just like him.
Who stole the cloak off the dead dudes? We only have 1 cloak? Well, I'm pretty sure I have a cloak, don't I?
Yes, you do.
You
Yeah,
took
okay.
one.
No,
I didn't take one. I have one.
Does anybody else feel it's a bit shady that he had guys in the back room ready to go? Just nothing that we can really do about it now, just sort of throwing it out there.
Not at all. I always have guys in the back room ready to go.
Any shadier than us killing 3 men in the alleyway?
To be fair, they attacked us, so...
That's not shady. That was just outright fighting.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, Varian looks at his wrist. Walks out.
Sigurd looks at Varian's wrist.
Well, I suppose if you're comfortable with it, I should lead since I know where I'm going.
So you guys set out. You guys set out east along one of the main roads through the city. You pass a couple of houses here and there. As you get about 200 feet down the road, you start to hear shouting and commotion, and you get to what looks like the sleeping giant, and there is a full-on brawl happening on the inside.
You just book it past.
You guys keep running. As you continue another 100 or 200 feet on the road, you start to see the grade of the land start to rise. And you're moving up probably a 10 to 15 degree angle as you're moving up a hill. And what you see before you is a crumbling manor. It used to be a large, prosperous house on this hill, fortified by the landscape. It's up on a couple terraces with a path that winds back and forth between the terraces. There's really only one way to the manor, and that's to follow the path that's been carved out through the hillside. And to the south is a large forest, and to the north extends kind of more of the farmland, but also sparse forest in that direction as well. It is a great defensive position.
Is there any cover along the path, the carved out path?
There is no cover. This has been designed to withstand assault.
And did you say it was weaving up the hill? Is that what you said?
Yes, it's weaving back and forth up the hill. It's too steep to really go at it at a straight angle, so you kind of need this switchback to get up. But Varian and Cyrus, you guys are at the front, so can I get perception checks from you two?
13.
14.
Okay, so you guys are keeping a lookout. There's no movement around. So you guys aren't seeing anything. Doesn't look like anybody's trying to hide or anything. As you guys make your way up the path, it just looks like an old, decaying manor. The second story is mostly caved in on the first, but it still does have quite the large footprint.
As we're heading that direction, can I be looking for like some signs and symbols that the rest of my party may not understand?
Sure.
Can I check to see if maybe somewhere on the path there's trampled grass or something that may convey a secret entrance into the underground part of the mansion?
Yeah, roll a survival check.
And I got a 16 on that perception check.
Okay.
I'd like to check to make sure I'm not being followed.
Yeah, perception. Cyrus, you're looking for signs, symbols. You don't see anything that would really point anything out. Sigurd.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You are not being followed. It does not.
Tell me survival, right, Eric?
It does not appear that anyone has really taken notice. However, there are townspeople kind of now gathering around the sleeping giant to see what happens, the aftermath of this brawl that's going on. It appears that there are a couple bodies with red cloaks that have kind of spilled out onto the street. One of them, as you're looking back, is struck with a sword and falls dead in the middle of the street. You see townspeople rush into this person. You're not sure if they're attacking him or helping him. You have no idea. And what'd you get, Carrick?
Survival, you said?
Yep.
I rolled a 12.
So you're looking around for any tracks. It really doesn't look like there's anything off this road. I mean, the road has been traveled lightly, but by how many or when, you have no idea. So as you guys as you guys get to the top of the hill, what's in front of you is a double door entryway with 2 large wooden doors. They are seeing some slight decay, but they still look sturdy. However, to the right and the left of that, the walls are starting to show the signs of age. The paint is thinning, it's cracking. There are cracks through the wall. There's stonework that has fallen. Some of the plaster doesn't quite look right.
Okay, oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
Go.
Nope, you're good. I was gonna see if I could just quietly see if the doors were unlocked.
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation check.
Is there any windows to look in, or?
There are 2 windows, one to the right and one to the left of the front entryway.
Is that an ability check? I got a natural 1, so am I lucky to reroll?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Oh god, that's not much better. 5.
It's a lot better than.
Well, I got a 2 plus 3.
So you go to grab the handle on the front door, and it sticks for a second. And you're like, oh, it's locked, and then it was just stuck from not being used that much, and it's unlocked.
Okay.
So the path leads up to the front door, and there are windows on either side. What is it sitting on? Are we able to walk around the structure, or is the front door the only option?
You could. It is a large plateau, and you could probably get around to the right and the left of the front entrance. However, the front entrance, there are 2 large pillars, and then directly in front of those pillars are the doors. And to the right and left are the 2 windows, and then it kind of curves back around for 10 feet, and then another set of walls. The entire layout looks very symmetric. So what you see on the right is also on the left. So the wall then extends 25 feet out and then cuts sharp along the back. The house appears very rectangular.
Can I just do a quick perimeter check around it and see if there's anything out of ordinary or anything that I can look in just to check out the inside of the house?
The door is unlocked. I don't know if going in the front entrance is our best choice, but we are able to get in easily if we need to. Should we try to find another entrance first?
I'm gonna look at the windows, see if I can see anything inside.
All right, Kalen, I need you to roll a perception check, and Varian, I need you to roll a perception check as well.
With disadvantage, you said?
Yes, I did.
I got a 6.
Okay.
5.
So, Kalen, you approach the front of the house. You see that Cyrus is kind of working on the door. There are 2 windows. You just randomly choose the one on the left. You walk up to the one on the left, and when you look in, you're trying to get a clear view. It looks really dark, and then you realize that, oh, well, the shades have been drawn on this window, and you can't really see anything. Varian, you take a quick pass around the house. It takes you a little longer than you thought because it is quite large. But what you see is a few large cracks where the stonework has pretty much gone. And there are a couple different entries into the house. Other than the front door, there's one on the south and one on the north side. Other than that, you're not seeing a whole lot.
No movement or anything?
No.
Did you say this house was just 1 story and we just know there's a basement, or how many stories is it?
I did say it's a 2-story, but the
second
floor is mostly collapsed.
Okay.
There's not a lot of area where the second floor is really looks like it's accessible.
Okay, thank you.
I get back to the group and I let them know that there's 2 more entrances, one on the side, one on the side of the house, and one on the back.
Right, and to note, these are not like doors. These are cracks in the wall where you could get into the house.
Do we want to split up and come in from 2 entrances or stick together?
My vote would be
Split the party.
one of the other entrances and stay together, but that is entirely up to you all. We tend to die faster when we split up, or at least have the potential to do so.
I say we go in through one of the cracks of the building.
I'm gonna go with the rest of the group, and I'll be right back.
Ditto, would I have proficiency in helping? When you say the crack is wide enough for us to go through, and I know Ryan knows this, but he just told us, is that like squeeze through, or like it's a pretty big hole?
So you would squeeze. The other party members could probably make it through pretty easy.
Because I understand stonework, would I have the ability to widen the hole without making a ton of noise, like not bashing on it?
Why do you feel like you need to?
So
perhaps.
Squeeze.
Did I happen to notice if it was dark in the house through the cracks, or was there any lights or anything? No.
You didn't really tell.
Varian, which entrance did you think looked the best? I follow you.
Did I notice any differences in the entrances?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, that shit.
Not really.
I would just, in strategy speaking, I think the side entrance would be the less obvious choice if there are anything in the building.
I'm all for it.
Sure, we'll follow you.
Which side are you going to?
You said there was one on the. Didn't you say there was one on the west and the north, or what'd you say?
North and south.
Yeah. So, and we're, or what? Are we on the east side of the building then?
You're on the west side.
West side. Okay.
You said it's dark in there, right? Like there's no light source inside.
We don't know.
Yeah, what if we knew what hemisphere we're in?
I'm just thinking sun behind you or something.
So I lead him to the north side of the building.
Okay.
In most areas, that would mean we're in shadow, so we should be able to come in.
The crack here is actually pretty wide. So Sigurd, looking at this one, you're thinking you might not have to squeeze through. It is dark through the crack. There are no lights that you can see on this side. There are a series of windows along the wall, however, that let you look in, but it is a large room. But that's about all you can tell right now, is it is a large room. It is dark.
Who's the stealthiest
Me!
of us all?
Can I look in one of the windows and see if I can see anything? Because I have better vision in the dark.
Yeah, sure. Roll a perception check.
So we looked through the crack and we saw a dark room.
Right.
Yes.
And we're deciding if we want to go in. Okay.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, you look in, you see appears to be some type of ballroom, but in an advanced state of decay. So rotting rugs, broken chandeliers, couches along the side walls, things like that. However, it has been some time since it has seen use.
Sure.
Okay. As I so say, be careful going in, but it does not look like anyone's in there. It looks like it's just been a decayed, run-down ballroom that has not seen use in a long time.
I'll carefully take a few steps through the crack and into the house.
As you enter, the description meets pretty well what Eric has relayed to you. This is a ballroom, probably 60 feet by 25 feet. You're entering on one of the long sides, so you see in front of you a large dance floor. Off to the sides are kind of meeting areas. There are two doors out of this room, one on the east side and one on the south side.
I motioned to everybody and let them know it's all clear.
How dim is the light in this room?
The sun is still up, so while it's not bright, it's also not dark. So somewhere in the middle.
I'll follow Varian through the crack in the wall. Although if I start hearing creepy like opera music start playing, I'm out.
I'm gonna wait to go last to make sure no one's followed us.
I follow then behind Carrick.
All right, cool. So everybody, you all shuffle into this ballroom. What are you guys doing?
Do we hear anything or anything in other parts of the houses or anything while we're inside?
What's perception?
15.
Are the doors?
So you listen for a second. You don't hear anything. There's no noise that you can hear.
So
You said there's 2 doors.
There's 2 doors.
Another
One-
eeny, miny, mo situation.
There's one on the wall opposite you, but it's more towards the front of the house, and there's one that leads towards the back of the house.
Does either look more recently used? Less decay.
Roll an investigation check.
Are they both closed?
Ty, shut up.
I can't hear you.
Both doors are closed. Annis, what'd you roll?
15.
15. So you go to each of the doors, walking around the room. It appears that the one on the towards the front of the house has seen very, very little use. And you notice that there's no light coming underneath the door. The one that leads towards the back of the house also has little use, but there's less dust on this one. There's less decay.
All right, I convey that back to the group and suggest we cautiously go through that door.
I agree.
The one that leads towards the back of the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go up to the back of the door, open it up, since I'm kind of leaving, and just like peek
sure.
through, just like a slowly, careful open.
Okay, so you turn the knob and attempt to open the door, and it moves about half an inch before you hit a barrier. It seems that someone has tried to barricade this door.
Guys, someone has tried to barricade this door, it seems.
Let's blast it open.
Can I, do we want to try the other door?
Yeah, let's not make a whole lot of noise trying to break out.
Marion, can you see anything in your very small amount of window?
Can I see anything through the inch?
Yeah, so you take and you press your face against the door and try to look through, and you see the molding on the inside frame of the door.
Yes, Lady Tennis, I do see something. It's the molding of the other side of the door.
Very helpful. Thank you. Very, very helpful. All right, well, if they barricaded that door, let's try the other one, see if we can find our way around.
I'll go check the other door, do the same thing, just slowly start to open it.
Yeah, this one gives way a little more freely, and it does open up. And what you see in front of you as you get the door open is the entryway to. This is where the front doors would have led you to. It's a set of a dual staircase, one on either side of this about 30 by 30 foot room, a spiral upward to the second floor. But the second floor, the stairs don't quite get to the top before they crumble, and there's rubble all along this area where the second balcony has collapsed. There are a couple doors that are up above that are inaccessible because they're 12 feet off the ground. However, you do see the double doors of the front of the house, and you see the double doors that lead back farther into the house that are between the 2 staircases. And then you see a door directly opposite you. Looks very similar to the one you are standing in.
Can I go back and look at the other door and see if the hinges are on the inside of this room? I'm standing in. The room that we came into the house. The one
Sure.
the door was barred.
The front door?
No. So we came in through the wall. The door that was barricaded that Varian couldn't open. Can I go see if the hinges of that door are inside of our room?
Yeah, sure. Roll. Yeah, you don't even have to roll for that. They aren't. They're on the other side.
They're on the other side. We can't get to them.
It swings, inward. So you're not going to, or outward, I guess. So you're not going to be able to get to them.
Got it. Thank you.
I'll say it's clear for everyone else to come through the door.
So yeah, as you all kind of file in, there's plenty of room for you there. There's a rotting rug that served as the entryway where people would come in. There's an abandoned coat rack there. The stairs are beautiful, or they were at some point. At this point, the stonework is still there. However, the time and weather has taken its toll. There's a large hole in the roof above you where rain is allowed to come in and has sort of given this whole area a sort of musty smell. The rugs, the furniture in this area are just not fantastic right now.
Well, clearly upstairs is a bad idea, so let's go through. You said there's another door in this room?
Yeah, there's a double door and then a door directly across from us.
I think we should go across first. I bet the double doors lead to the main area of the castle, where we might find the stairs down to the crypt, assuming there still are stairs down to the crypt, but they must be getting there somehow. But I bet we should look through the other side just to make sure there's no people up here or things that we might need later.
Sounds good?
Yes.
I'm in agreement.
Go for it, Varian.
I'll go open that door, peek my head in.
All right, so you open the door, you peek your head in, you see a large dining hall, 2 long tables. This room is the exact same size as the ballroom, except instead of a dance floor and sitting area, it has 2 long dining tables with benches on either side. Some of the benches are in better condition than others, but it looks serviceable. And then there's a door on the far wall of this room as well.
Relay the information.
It's very similar to the ballroom. It leads back farther into the house.
It's pretty much the same room, guys. Do we want to check that other door that's the same door to see if that one's barricaded, or do you guys want to do the double doors?
Let's check that door first. See if we can try to come in somewhat from the side.
Is there anything on the table? Does it look like it's been recently used, or is it as covered in dust as everything else?
There are areas where it looks like plates might have been set sometime recently.
Okay.
Not like, very recent, but less dust than other areas.
I'm game to try the other door.
Sure. So this one does push outward as well. You attempt to push on it, and once again, you are met with a barricade of some sort.
It's barricaded, guys. I think the double doors is our best option. I think we need to try to find that crypt.
Seems like it's our only option.
Well, we could also try to salvage things upstairs, but...
Or bust through the barricade. But why don't we check the double doors? You guys okay with that?
Yep.
Go back out to the main hall and check the double doors.
These are double doors into the house, right? Not the ones going outside.
They lead in, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Are you checking the doors, or are you just gonna open them?
I'm gonna check the handle first, see if it's unlocked slowly, and then if they are unlocked, then peek in.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna pull out my bow just in case.
Sure. So Varian, you walk over, you slowly try the handle. It is unlocked. Are you gonna push it open?
Yeah, I'm gonna just crack it open.
Okay, you start to crack it open. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
Do it. You can do it.
I didn't do it. I promise I didn't do it. 9.
Okay, so you hear a noise and instinctually you jump back, but it's not pretty, and you kind of just flop on the ground. It's like a rat scurries through the door and out towards you.
Ah! The noise I heard was the rat.
Yes, it
Okay.
was.
Does anybody?
I don't blame you, bro. If it had been a spider, I'd be next to you.
I'm gonna sigh and shake my head and put my bow away.
Yeah, would you know what episode I was talking about if I reminded you of the Supernatural episode with the
yeah.
rat
Oh yeah.
and Dean?
So good.
I feel like
So
you need a gif of that right now.
That's so good.
Well, I'm gonna go open the door and see what I can see inside it.
okay, so as you open the door, you can see this is a completely interior room, about the same size as the one that you just came from. But on the side of the walls, there are tapestries, and next to the tapestries are ornamental sets of armor. They don't look like they could serve any purpose in battle, but they are ornate. Some of the pieces are missing here and there, but for the most part, the sets are intact. But there's one on the left and one on the right. The one on the right is a dark black set of armor. However, one of the gauntlets is missing, one of the greaves is missing, and the helmet is missing. The one on the left, the helmet and the chest piece are missing.
What size? What are these sized for, racially?
It looks like they would fit a human or an elf. That size.
Okay, can I'd like to go around to the tapestries and the armor and see if I can detect any Red Brand code, thieves' cant, whatever on them.
Go for it. Roll an investigation check.
19.
Okay. So you take some time looking at the tapestries, looking at the suits of armor. You don't really notice anything that sticks out to you that would lead you to believe it has anything to do with the Red Brands or with Thieves' Cant.
So do we see any other doors or anything? I didn't remember.
Yeah, so there's a armor tapestry, and then on the right and the left there are doors.
Can I also look behind the tapestries and look for anything there?
Sure, roll an investigation check.
21.
21. Okay, so you go and you peek behind each one of the tapestries, and you look for any secrets, any hidden clues. What you do find is some pretty excellent stonework.
That's some beautiful stonework we have here, guys.
Which way do the doors open on the left and the right, in or out?
They open inward.
In towards the other room or in towards the room we're in?
In towards the room you're in.
Right.
Either door look more used than the other.
So roll an investigation check.
$16.
So you look at both doors. The one on the right looks like it hasn't seen use in a long time, but the one on the left looks like it has been used quite frequently, and there's barely any dust on it.
Guys, the door on the left has a lot less dust and looks like it's been used recently compared to the door on the right.
Let's do it.
My quiver says we should use the door on the left.
I'm gonna walk over to the door on the right and see what's behind it before we go the other way.
I'll open the door on the left at the same time.
Okay, so you open these doors.
Get that cross breeze going. I like it. Ventilation.
both of you open the doors and are presented with very similar views. You guys are starting to realize that this house is built very symmetrically. There are two hallways that lead down about 40 feet in each direction.
I looked back and didn't realize Kaylin was opening the door at the same time, and I'm just like, what the heck? I thought we were opening up this one.
I just want to make sure there's nothing this way that we were going to miss.
Richard.
So what both of you see about 25 feet into each of these hallways is large wooden bookcases and dressers just kind of propped up against the wall facing to the east.
On both of them, it's on the east wall?
I found the barricades. I start heading down my hallway.
Sure. You get
I'll follow down that hallway.
You get like 15 feet down, and there's another door. The barricade is actually taking up the entire width and height of this hallway.
There's another door besides the one that's the bookcase is blocking, or?
Yeah, they're 25 feet down there. There's the barricade and the block door, and then about 15 feet down on your right, there's another door. It looks like it's
before the barricade.
The barricade's on the left, right?
Yeah, before the barricade. Barricade's on the left.
Yeah, got it.
There's a door.
Got it.
Why were they trying to barricade these doors?
Yeah, I don't know.
Seems like it's just lead back to you can get there without going through the barricaded door. Seems kind of silly.
And the barricade is blocking the hall, and maybe the point was to block the hallway, not necessarily the door.
I feel like we should move the barricade in case we need to make a quick escape. These doors should take us straight back outside, or into the.
Maybe they were trying to funnel our enemies or their enemies through one door.
Maybe
is there anything on the bookcase?
Dun, dun, dun.
No, there's. Roll an investigation check.
Book.
Come on, every sci-fi movie ever. Let's open this. Maybe they're trying to keep something in.
I'm confused. So there's bookcases blocking the barricade into the dining halls and the ballroom, but not further down the hallway.
Well, they basically end the hallways because they're stacked up to the ceiling and the width of the hallway.
So we can't even get into the hallway to head down the opposite direction away from the ballroom and dining hall?
There's a door on the other side of the hallway opposite of the ballroom.
Okay, I'm trying to follow along. So we just came in. We're right here. We went in the hallway.
Somewhere.
And here is the entrance. Is this what's barricaded? Oh, okay, hallway's going a different direction. Got it. That makes more sense. Thank you.
Eric, I like your stairs.
Hey, Eric, what's behind your hands?
Stuff.
All right, I'm gonna check the one door.
I rolled a
that's not barricaded.
20 on the bookcase thing.
So you search kind of the barricade and bookcase and see if there's anything on there. You managed to find 3 copper trines.
Yeah.
Case on my side and see if there's any interesting books on it.
Roll an investigation check. Varian, what are you doing?
Checking the door.
Okay. It's unlocked.
Natural 1.
So you investigate your barricade over there, Kaylin. Yeah, you don't find anything.
Coloring book.
I'd have been so pissed if you had books and mine didn't. Just like super pissed.
Which way does the door open that we can get to without getting past the bookcase?
They open outward.
Out of the hall.
Yep.
Just I'm in door opening mode, so I just crack open the door, peek in.
All right. So what you see as you crack open this door is an office type space. There is a desk. It looks like it's been used recently. The desk is facing the door.
Is Jim there?
Yeah. There's a chair that looks like it's been recently used. That's for the desk. As you walk around the desk, there are probably 7 drawers to the desk. There's a couple kind of stacked books and ledgers.
Can I check the drawers and things, and then motion over to the nerds, one of the nerds, to come look
Can
at
I
the
check
books.
the books?
Yeah, okay, so Carrick, you roll investigation, and Varian, you roll investigation.
I'm still kind of on the other side.
Okay.
Damn it.
You can't motion to me.
16.
7.
Okay. So Carrick, you open one of the top things. It appears to be a ledger of some sort. There's numbers in there, but you can't recognize any of the writing in there at all. You have no idea what it says.
I'm gonna put it in my pack to keep for later. See if anyone else can recognize it.
Okay.
I motion to or talk to Carrick and say if you can't understand it, maybe show it to Cyrus, because these are supposedly red brands are the thieves and whatnot. Maybe it's in some code, some thieves code.
Yes, thieves code. Varian, you search through. You find in the desk. You find a red brand dagger. You find 43 silver squares, and you also find a small silver skeleton key.
Found cooler stuff than I did.
Guys, I found a key.
You did.
Are there doors in this room?
There is another door in this room, towards the back right corner of the room.
It says anywhere by us.
What?
Says, where are you at right now?
I've been following you the whole time.
Okay.
I'm just kind of sneaking quietly.
Then I come back and show you the ledger and ask if you can recognize any of the writing in it.
Cyrus, I need you to roll an investigation check.
8.
8. Okay, so you do recognize the writing as some variation of Thieves' Cant. You're not really sure what all this book is detailing, though.
Do I pick up on anything?
It looks like a book of transactions, a ledger of some sort.
Should I take a look?
I jog over to the other room.
All I can tell you is that it looks like there's some transactions written in here, but I'm not quite sure what it says.
I move swiftly over to the other room and tell Kaylin, check the drawers. And I show her some money. Check the drawers.
I put the book back into my pack to hold for later.
So you run across the other way to where Kaylin is.
Did she open? She's in another room.
The door.
Oh, I thought she opened the door as well.
I am gonna open the door now that we're back with me, though.
Can I?
Yeah, what you see in front of you is a small kitchen. It does have some counter area. It does not look like food has been prepared here in a little while. And then Varian runs in and yells, check the drawers, and has handfuls of money.
You think there's gonna be money hidden in the kitchen cabinets?
I put the money in my pocket and I start checking the drawers.
Check the freezer. That's where you always store stuff.
Roll an investigation check.
Is there anything else in the room with the desk to look at, or have we kind of searched through all of it?
There was a door.
There is a door.
Well, I mean, besides the door, just anything in that room? No.
Yeah, it's
really.
a toaster. That one's a toast.
Oh, there's.
I got a 20.
There's
Okay. Just the ledgers?
Yeah, ledgers, books, quill, ink, that sort of thing.
Can I check to see if there's any colored writing implements in the desk?
Yes, roll an investigation check. Varian, what'd you get?
15.
15? You rifle through the cabinets. You find a couple plates, some pots.
I rolled a 20. I did it.
You rolled
Well, I didn't roll a 20. I got a 20.
Okay. So you also look through. You find some plates, pots, skillet.
I got 16 on colored implements.
So while you find no colored implements, you do find a jar filled with a greenish teal ink.
I'm gonna take the jar and put it in my pack.
I like how you thought
I'm
about
also
that
gonna
one for a
take-
minute.
I'm also gonna take the black ink well that I saw with the quill and cover it and put that in my pack too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there like an ice box or I don't know. Are there refrigerators in this world? I don't know.
Yes.
There
You look
food
around there.
Probably just pantries.
There's box or a salt room
There is or not?
is not.
Oh, okay.
What we really need is the Kool-Aid Man, so you can just go busting down walls for us.
Is there any other doors throughout the kitchen?
Yeah.
There is one more door in the back left corner of the kitchen.
I'm opening the other door that led out of the office.
Sure, you.
I'm
you
gonna
go.
follow with him.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna tell Kaylin, open this door, and I run back to the other room to go open the other one and find out that it's already being opened.
Okay.
Suck it.
So, Kaylin, as you attempt to open the door, and Carrick, as you attempt to open the door, both of you find that
Swear to
these
God,
doors
if something fucks me over and not her,
They're locked.
both doors are locked.
Carrick,
So-
out of the way. I'm a master lock picker.
No, I didn't
no,
tell
there's the key.
Do they accept skeleton keys?
It looks like it might accept a skeleton key. Yes.
the only kind of key to accept.
I'm upset that they opened the door without me, so I run back to Kaylin's room
You are a
and
Bitch.
try the skeleton key in that room first. I have a key, and I stick it in the door to see if it gets unlocked.
Okay. So, Cyrus, are you trying to lockpick right now?
Well, since Varian ran out of the room with the key, I'm gonna try to lockpick that door instead.
Okay, I'll need you to roll a sleight of hand check.
Ricky, do these doors
Can I
go
try
towards the
to
back?
Varian before he goes?
I still love that
These-
we're opening two doors at once.
Do they go towards the back of the house or towards the center?
Towards the center.
Okay, I got a 15.
Okay, 15. And Varian. Okay, so you get your lockpicks in there, and you feel the lock give. You then place your hand on the handle to open it. Varian, you are also over there. You stick the key in. You hear a nice solid click. You stick your hand on the handle to open it, and I need both of you to roll dexterity saving throws.
Ooh, that was better. That one was better than the last one. What's my dex? 16.
18.
All right. Both of you are going to succeed and take half damage. So both of you suffer 3 points of fire damage as you attempt to open the door. As you turn, you notice that the door does not give at all. The door is still locked in some way, you don't know how, and then the door handle explodes in a ball of flame. Both of you do manage to pull back quickly, but the flame still singes up your arm, and you both suffer 3 points of fire damage.
What the heck was that? And I flail my hands.
Are you okay?
Somebody yells, "Stop, drop, and roll."
I don't
Here,
know. The
did you
door
see
handle
that?
just exploded.
Let me try something. I'm gonna cast
Can I run over to that room
and
and up to Brandon and go, "How's your key now, bitch?" And then come back to my room.
I want to see this happening. Just people running like 100 feet back and forth.
I'm gonna use
Or
Mage
stupid
Hand on the skeleton key and try to turn it in the doorknob.
Yeah, okay.
Doorknob. There's no doorknob, but in the lock.
Lady Tanis, where are you right now?
So you insert the key, turn it, it clicks, it sounds like it unlocks the door.
I was in the office.
No handle at this point.
You're with me and Carrick?
Yeah.
Well, is there a hole where the handle is? Can we use it to pull or look through or like pull
We
it
should
out?
go-
So you look where the door handle used to be, and it is a flat surface.
That's unfortunate. The door wasn't wood. What kind of bullshit is this?
Oh, it was wood, but I mean, where the door handle was, it looked like there should be something there, but the metal plate that the keyhole is on, that's all it is. It looks like the door handle was just placed on that magically.
Oh, I understand. I understand. Well, that's unfortunate.
Which way does the door open?
Doors open inward.
So did I actually unlock the door? Or did I just trigger whatever magic that was?
You're not really sure?
Okay, I'm going to cautiously go back up to the door and try to investigate to see if I can see anything else that presents danger to me.
Sure. Roll an investigation check with advantage.
20.
All right, so here you do see some thieves' cant lightly scratched into the door. It says, "Do not use handle." And it has an arrow pointing downward, and what you see hidden in the grain of the wood is another small keyhole, about 2 feet from the ground.
Carrick, go run and steal that key from Varian. I found another keyhole.
You don't
Got
want to picking the lock again.
What was that?
You don't want to try picking the lock again.
Well, it didn't turn out too well for me last time.
Sure, sure.
I run back over to Varian and ask him politely if he can borrow his key because he fucked it up the last time.
What do you need the key for?
I mean, as you say this, you see that your sister is using Mage Hand to turn the key in the door.
I quickly grab the key.
I use Mage Hand to take the key.
All right, I need both of you to roll dexterity checks.
Shit.
I'll get some.
I rolled a 9. God damn it.
I had a 17 plus.
Yeah, that's fine. So Varian, you go to reach out for the key. Actually, can I have Kaylin also roll a dexterity?
Thank
Dexterity.
No, she's too old. Her reflexes suck.
you. Yeah, it's true. Got 13.
So you're unable to hold your incantation as your brother snatches the key quickly with Mage Hand and pulls it to himself. He then takes off sprinting like a little girl to the other room.
I show up the other room and hand the key over. Actually, I go to the room and use Mage Hand to put the key into the secondary lock and turn it that way. If it blows up, no one gets blown up.
I'm gonna kind of jump back away from the door as he's doing this, since I don't really have much control here. I'm actually gonna try to jump behind the desk just in case.
As he's doing that, I cast Thaumaturgy and whisper in his ear, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
All right. Carrick, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
I love when Sigurd whispers. He gets to like super like New Jerseyan or I don't even know what that is, but he gets a super.
That's probably what's scary. It's not that it's a whisper. It's that I think there's someone from New Jersey behind me.
Oh, come on now.
And we just lost all of our followers.
It's okay.
Every
Nobody
time.
tuned in tonight, anyways.
A wisdom one?
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Whew. You are pretty sure that there is some apparition telling you not to turn the key.
But I'm not afraid of no ghosts, so I do it anyways. Just spiders.
So you nervously just kind of turn the key with your Mage
I kind
Hand.
of look away. I cover my nuts while I do it, though.
So you hear a quiet click. You hear a quiet click, or just swings into another room.
Can I see anything in this other room?
Yeah, it looks a lot like a wine cellar.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere.
So do we determine if the hinges were on the outside or the inside? Because I think we need to know, because clearly every door we need to know where the hinges are.
Jeffrey.
The hinges are on the outside. I already asked. It swings outward from where you're standing.
Don't encourage him.
Are there any other doors in this wine cellar that you can see?
Yeah. So as Carrick opens, as the door opens, you see another door directly across from the one that you came in through.
I explore a cellar to see if there's any wine worth investigating further.
With his mouth.
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation check.
When you say
And I'm really good at drinking wine.
does that mean that we went down? Or it just...
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
There is
I only rolled a
a
9.
slight steps
we're
down.
still on the same level.
You're still on the same level right now. I mean, there are a set of like 3 stairs that come down from the office level, but it does look like, you know, this is an access point for the office to a direct, you know, supply of alcohol.
I rolled a 9.
So you walk around and kind of investigate the wines. Nothing really sticks out, catches your eye.
That's like the worst part of my day.
After Carrick stole the key, I'm gonna walk towards them, a little annoyed, try to figure out if they made it through their door.
Sure. You get into the office, and there's a couple people actually in another room. So you're assuming.
We did it!
Thanks for the heads up, guys.
I was going to come tell you, but I was going to find wine first to celebrate. But it all didn't look good. So I passed. Here's your key back. Go try the other door. See if it opens into something as well. And I tell her about where the secret key lock was at on our door that we found.
Okay, I'll go do that.
Carrick is
my head at Carrick.
Carrick's waiting for you to come back and tell him good news about what your door opens. And the door opens from the kitchen, and you see Carrick standing there waiting.
I'm just gonna walk past him.
No, check the wine first.
This is no time for drinking.
So both doors enter into the wine cellar.
Correct.
So was there a... No, never mind.
Are there any other doors in the wine cellar besides the one across from ours that we entered in?
There has to be, because Hannah just came through one.
Well,
there is one at the... No, come on, phone, charge. There's another door at the back of the cellar.
I wouldn't be thorough if I didn't ask.
This is actually a different door than you're used to. Instead of being a wooden door like most of the other doors in the house, this is a large stone door. No hinges.
Is it open?
No, it is not.
That'd have been nice.
That might be a good spot to...
Yep, I agree.
Push open the door. No, I'm just kidding.
So I think that's where we're going to end up tonight, guys.
Nothing with the wine?
I took one bottle, put it in my bag.
Yeah, I'm taking one too, just for the hells of it.
All right, I need both of you to roll d12s.
D12s?
And just tell me the number, and I'll figure out what you get later.
6.
Skunked.
4.
Super
Definitely
skunked.
No, it could just be like
Smelly skunk.
each number has like a type of wine that goes with it.
Correct.
Jax is actually the pee bottle that they used.
He's just gonna go draw cards out of like Red Dragon Inn tonight and just see what it is.
They play wine bottle pee roulette, and they stick random wine bottles full of pee in the actual stash, and if you pull one on accident,
then you win, right? Like, what's the prize?
That is the prize.
All right, guys. Well,
That basically means it's tequila, not wine.
I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys did too. And hopefully next week we can do a maybe similar thing.
I'm writing down I rolled a
Hopefully
4 on my wine thing, just in case you need to know that for next week.
thanks to Pittner for hanging out. Any other viewers that showed up, really appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't yet, throw in a follow on the stream. We get notified for our weekly D&D adventure on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central. We also have a D&D podcast on Tuesdays, going to be starting hopefully around 8 or 9 p.m. Central as well. You can follow our Facebook at Starting Equipment to get updated times.
Eric, are you going to be able to do that this week, though?
I believe so.
Okay.
And
If you need, I can step in